Welcome to Cozy Sleepy Tales, a place where soft stories guide you into deep, magical sleep. Take a slow breath. Let the day fade away and allow this cozy world of gentle fantasy to carry you into rest. If this peaceful space feels like home, consider subscribing. New Sleepy Tales arrive every week to keep you company through the night. Your story begins now. The Academy settles into the night. Slowly, gently, without hurry. The halls, once filled with footsteps and murmured incantations, now rest in silence. The great doors have closed. The windows along the corridors reflect only darkness and the faint glow of enchanted lanterns that never quite go out. There's no need to move quickly here. There's no need to do anything at all. The stone walls hold the warmth of the day. They release it slowly like a long exhale. The air is still. The floors are quiet. Even the portraits on the walls have stopped whispering to one another. Somewhere far above, in one of the towers, a bell rings. Just once. Soft, marking the hour, marking the end of the day. And then, silence again. The Academy knows how to rest. It has done this for centuries. Every night it folds inward. It tucks itself away. It becomes a place of stillness, of safety, of sleep. The classrooms are empty now. The desks are neat. The chalkboards have been wiped clean. The books on the shelves stand in perfect rows, undisturbed. They wait patiently for morning. But morning is far away. Right now there is only the night, and the night is kind. You walk slowly through one of the corridors. Your footsteps are soft. The stones barely notice you. You are not here to study or to hurry or to accomplish anything. You are simply here, moving gently through the quiet. The lanterns along the walls flicker just a little. Not because anything is wrong, just because that is what they do. They burn low and steady, casting warm pools of golden light onto the floor. You pass a window. Outside, the sky is deep and dark. There are no stars visible tonight, only the soft, blurred glow of the moon somewhere behind the clouds. It is enough. It is calm. You continue walking, not toward anywhere in particular, just forward, just slowly. The corridor curves gently to the left, and there, at the end, is a door. It is an old door, heavy, made of dark wood that has been polished smooth by centuries of hands opening it, closing it, resting against it. There is light coming from beneath it, warm, steady, inviting. You reach for the handle. It is cool under your palm. You turn it slowly. The latch clicks softly. The door opens without a sound. And inside is the living room. The living room is waiting for you. It has always been waiting. Quiet, patient, warm. You step inside, and the door closes gently behind you. Not with a slam, not with a click, just a soft settling into place. The kind of sound that says you are safe now. You are here now. You can rest. The room is not large, but it does not need to be. There is a fireplace along the far wall. The fire is burning low and steady. The logs glow orange and red. They crackle softly, releasing tiny sparks that drift upward and disappear into the chimney. The flames move slowly, almost lazily. There is no rush in them. The warmth from the fire reaches every corner of the room. It wraps around you like a blanket. It settles into your chest, into your shoulders, into your hands. You take a slow breath. The air smells faintly of wood smoke, of old books, of something sweet and faint that you cannot quite name. perhaps cinnamon, perhaps honey, perhaps just warmth itself. There are two deep sofas in the room. They face each other across a low wooden table. The sofas are covered in soft, heavy fabric, dark green, or perhaps dark blue. It is hard to tell in the firelight. The cushions are thick and overstuffed. They sag slightly in the middle, where countless students have sat before you. There are blankets draped over the arms of the sofas. Wool blankets, thick and warm. The kind that feel heavy when you pull them over yourself. The kind that hold heat. You move toward one of the sofas. Your footsteps are muffled by the rug beneath your feet. It is a large rug, woven in deep reds and golds. The edges are frayed just a little. The center is worn smooth. It has been here for a long time. You sit down slowly. The sofa accepts you without resistance. The cushions give way. You sink into them. Your body relaxes. Your shoulders drop. Your hands rest in your lap. The fire crackles again. A log shifts, settles, continues burning. Behind you, along the walls, are bookshelves, tall ones, filled with books of every size and color. Some are leather-bound, some are cloth, some have gold lettering on the spines, others have no titles at all. They simply stand there, silent and still, keeping their knowledge to themselves. No one is reading tonight. The books do not mind. There is a small table beside the sofa. On it, a cup rests. It is made of thick ceramic, warm to the touch. Inside, there is tea, or perhaps warm milk, or perhaps something sweet and golden that only exists here, in this place. You do not need to drink it. It is simply there, waiting, warm. Above the fireplace, there is a clock, an old clock. Its face is round and pale. The hands move so slowly you cannot see them moving at all. But they do move, marking time, marking the night, marking nothing urgent, nothing that matters right now. Tick, tick, tick. The sound is soft, rhythmic, steady. You close your eyes for a moment, just to feel the warmth, just to listen, just to be here. When you open them again, nothing has changed. The fire still burns. The room is still warm. The night is still quiet. You are safe here. You are home. The room has its own rhythm. You begin to notice it now. Not because it is loud, not because it demands your attention, but because you are still. And when you are still, you can hear the quiet things. The fire shifts. A log settles deeper into the embers. A small flame curls upward, pauses, fades. Another rises to take its place. The fire does this over and over, without thinking, without effort. It simply burns, steadily, warmly, predictably. You watch the flames for a while. They do not change much. They flicker, they glow, they move in the same slow, hypnotic patterns. Left, right, up, down, over and over. There is comfort in that, in the sameness, in the repetition. Your eyes grow heavy. You blink slowly. Once, twice. The room blurs just a little, then sharpens again, then blurs. You reach for the cup on the table beside you. Your fingers wrap around it. The warmth seeps into your palm, into your wrist. You lift it slowly. Bring it to your lips. The liquid inside is sweet, warm, gentle. You take a small sip, then another. Then you set the cup down again. It settles onto the table with the softest sound. A faint clink. Then silence. The blanket draped over the arm of the sofa calls to you. You reach for it. Pull it toward you. Unfold it slowly. It is heavy, soft, warm. You drape it over your legs. over your lap, over your chest. You pull it up to your shoulders. The weight of it is comforting, grounding. You sink a little deeper into the sofa, a little further into the cushions. Your head rests against the back of the sofa. The fabric is soft against your cheek. You turn your head slightly, just enough to see the fire again. The flames are still moving, still flickering, still glowing. Tick, tick, tick. The clock above the fireplace continues its steady rhythm. Each second the same as the last. Each second slow and unhurried. You close your eyes again. The warmth surrounds you. The fire crackles. The clock ticks. The room breathes. You breathe with it. In, out, slowly, steadily. The sofa holds you. The blanket warms you. The fire glows. There is nowhere else to be. Nothing else to do. No reason to move. No reason to think. No reason to stay awake. You let yourself sink. Deeper, softer, warmer. The fire shifts again. Another log settles. Another flame rises. Another spark drifts upward and fades. The room continues. The night continues. You continue, but more slowly now, more gently, more quietly. Your breathing deepens. Your body softens. Your thoughts slow. The cup on the table is still warm. The blanket is still heavy. The fire is still burning. Everything's as it should be. Everything is safe. Everything is still. You rest. The room rests with you. The academy rests around you. The night holds you. You are not asleep yet. Not quite. But you are close. You hover in that soft, warm space between waking and dreaming, where sounds become distant, where time becomes blurred, where nothing matters except the warmth and the quiet. The fire crackles. It is a small sound, gentle, almost musical. The logs shift. The embers glow. A tiny spark rises, floats, disappears. You hear it, but you do not react. You simply let it happen. Let it exist. Let it fade. Tick, tick, tick. The clock continues, steady, constant, marking time that no longer feels important. You do not count the seconds. You do not wonder what hour it is. You simply hear the rhythm, and it soothes you. Somewhere beyond the room, beyond the door, there is the faint sound of wind. It moves slowly through the corridors of the academy. It brushes against the windows. It whispers through cracks in the stone. It does not howl. It does not rush. It simply moves. Gently, constantly. You hear it, faintly, like a breath, like a sigh. It does not disturb you. It does not make you cold. You are warm here, safe here. The wind is outside. You are inside. And the walls are thick. The fire is strong. The blanket is heavy. You are protected. The wind continues its slow journey through the academy. It moves past your door, down the corridor, around a corner, fading, fading, gone. And then there is only the fire again, and the clock, and the soft, almost imperceptible sound of your own breathing. In, out, slow, deep, even. Your chest rises, falls, rises, falls. The rhythm matches the fire, matches the clock, matches the night itself. You sink deeper into the sofa, deeper into the cushions, deeper into the warmth, deeper into the quiet. The room around you feels smaller now, closer, more intimate, as though it has wrapped itself around you, as though it is holding you. The bookshelves along the walls stand silent. The books rest. The pages inside them are still. No words are being read tonight. No knowledge is being sought. They simply exist. Quietly, patiently, waiting for morning, But morning is far away. Right now there is only this, only the fire, only the warmth, only the soft, steady sounds of the academy at rest. The floor above you creaks, just once, faintly, someone walking, or perhaps just the building settling, the wood adjusting to the cool of the night. It is a comforting sound, a sound that says the academy is alive, that it is here, that it is watching over you. You do not open your eyes. You do not need to. You know where you are. You know you are safe. The fire crackles again, softly, gently. A log shifts, settles, glows, tick, tick, tick. The clock marks another moment, and another, and another. But the moments do not pile up. They do not accumulate. They simply pass, slowly, quietly, without weight. You let them go. You let everything go. Your body is heavy now, warm, relaxed. Your muscles have softened. Your jaw has unclenched. Your hands rest loosely in your lap. Your feet are still. There is nothing to hold on to, nothing to carry, nothing to keep. You are here, and here is enough. The wind moves past the windows again, faint, distant, a whisper in the night. The fire glows, the clock ticks, the room breathes, and you rest. Your thoughts are soft now. They do not race, they do not worry. They do not plan or remember or question. They simply drift, slowly, gently, like leaves on still water. You think about the warmth, about how good it feels, about how it wraps around you, about how it holds you. You think about the fire, about the way the flames move, about the way they glow, about the way they never quite go out. You think about the sofa, about the cushions beneath you, about the blanket over you, about the softness, the heaviness, the comfort. Simple thoughts, small thoughts, thoughts that do not lead anywhere, thoughts that do not require anything from you. You do not think about tomorrow. Tomorrow does not exist yet. It is far away, beyond the night, beyond the sleep. It will come when it comes, but not now. You do not think about yesterday. Yesterday is gone. It has already happened. It has already passed. It does not need you anymore. There is only now, only this moment, only this warmth, only this quiet. And now is easy. Now is soft. Now is safe. You let your thoughts drift further. They become lighter, thinner, less solid, less real. You think about the academy, about the stone walls, about the corridors, about the windows, about the lanterns, about the quiet. You think about the door, about how it closed behind you, about how it separated you from the world outside, about how you are here now, inside, protected. You think about the clock, about the ticking, about the rhythm, about the steadiness. Tick, tick, tick. It does not change, it does not falter, it simply continues. And you are grateful for that, for the constancy, for the predictability. Your thoughts slow further. They stretch, they thin, they fade. You think about sleep, about how close it is, about how easy it would be to let go, to stop thinking, to stop listening, to stop being awake. You are not afraid of it. You do not resist it. You simply notice it, the way you might notice the fire, or the clock, or the warmth. It is there, waiting, patient, kind. You let your eyes stay closed. You let your body stay still. You let your breathing stay slow. In, out, in, out. The fire crackles, softly, faintly. The clock ticks, steadily, endlessly. The room holds you, gently, warmly. Your thoughts drift further still. They become whispers, shadows, echoes. You think about nothing in particular, about everything in general, about the feeling of being warm, of being safe, of being here. You do not need to understand it. You do not need to name it. You simply feel it, and it is enough. The blanket over you is heavy. The sofa beneath you is soft. The fire in front of you is warm. There is nowhere else to be. Your thoughts fade, thin, dissolve, and in their place, stillness, quiet, peace. The fire is lower now, not because it is dying, but because it is settled. The flames are smaller, softer. They flicker gently, casting long, slow shadows across the room. The light is dimmer, warmer, more golden. It wraps around you like honey, thick, sweet, soft. You do not move. You do not need to. You are exactly where you need to be, exactly how you need to be. The sofa has shaped itself around you. The cushions have molded to your body. The blanket has become part of you, heavy, warm, still. Your breathing is so slow now, so deep, so even, in and out, in and out. Each breath takes longer than the last. Each exhale releases something, tension, thought, awareness. You let it all go. The room is darker now, not completely dark, but darker. The fire glows softly. The light from it barely reaches the corners. The bookshelves fade into shadow. The walls blur into darkness. But you are not afraid. Darkness here is not frightening. It is comforting. It is soft. It is the darkness of sleep, of rest, of peace. Tick, tick, tick. The clock continues, but even its sound seems softer now. Slower, further away, you can barely hear it, but you know it is there. Steady, constant, keeping time for you. So you do not have to. Your body is so heavy now, so still. Your limbs feel weighted, anchored, as though they are sinking into the sofa, into the floor, into the earth beneath the academy. You do not fight it. You let yourself sink, deeper, heavier, softer. Your eyelids are impossibly heavy. They do not want to open. You do not want them to open. There is nothing to see, nothing that matters. Only the soft glow of the fire, only the warm shadows, only the night. You let your eyes stay closed. You let your head rest. You let your body surrender. The fire shifts. A log crumbles into embers. The glow pulses once, twice, then settles. The warmth does not fade. It remains, steady, constant, surrounding you, holding you. You are warm, you are safe, you are still. The wind outside has stopped, or perhaps you simply cannot hear it anymore. Perhaps it is still there, moving through the corridors, brushing against the windows, but it no longer reaches you. You are too far inside, too far into the warmth, too far into the quiet. Your thoughts are gone now, completely. There is nothing left to think, nothing left to notice, nothing left to hold on to. There is only the warmth, only the softness, only the stillness, and you, here, now, resting. The academy sleeps around you. The corridors are silent. The classrooms are dark. The towers are still. The lanterns glow faintly, lighting nothing, watched by no one. Everyone is asleep. Everything is asleep. And you are almost there, almost gone, almost lost, almost dreaming. The fire glows. The room holds you. The night wraps around you, and you let go. You are barely awake now, barely here. Your body is so still it feels as though it has disappeared. You cannot feel your hands. You cannot feel your feet. You cannot feel the sofa beneath you or the blanket over you. There is only warmth, only weight, only softness. You do not think. You do not listen. You do not notice. You simply are. The fire glows. You do not see it, but you know it is there. A presence, a warmth, a constant. It does not demand anything from you. It does not need you to watch it, to tend it, to acknowledge it. It simply burns, quietly, steadily, without end. Tick, tick, tick. The clock is so faint now, so distant. You can barely hear it, but it is there, somewhere, beyond the warmth, beyond the softness, beyond the sleep, marking time, marking the night, marking nothing that matters. Your breathing is almost imperceptible, so slow, so shallow. Each breath lasts an eternity. Each exhale releases everything, in and out, in and out. The room is silent, not the silence of emptiness, but the silence of fullness, of presence, of being. The walls hold you, the floor supports you, the ceiling shelters you. You are inside, you are surrounded, you are safe. There is no outside, no beyond, no elsewhere. There is only here, only now, only this. And this is enough. This is everything. This is all there is. The fire shifts. A soft sound. Almost nothing. Almost silence. You do not react. You do not notice. You simply exist. Barely. Gently. Quietly. The warmth remains. The softness remains. The stillness remains. And you remain. Not awake. Not quite asleep. Somewhere between. Somewhere soft. Somewhere safe. The academy breathes around you. Slow. Deep. Even. You breathe with it. Together. In rhythm. In harmony. The night holds you both. Gently. Endlessly. Without effort. There is no need to move. No need to wake. No need to do anything at all. You are here. And here is perfect. The fire glows. The room rests. The night continues. And you sleep. The night does not end. It simply continues. The fire still burns. Low, steady, warm. The logs glow orange and red. They do not crumble. They do not fade. They simply are, as they have always been, as they will always be. The clock still ticks, soft, distant, constant, marking moments that do not accumulate, marking time that does not pass, marking nothing, everything, always. The room still holds you. The sofa still cradles you. The blanket still warms you. The walls still surround you. Nothing has changed. Nothing will change. There is no reason for change. There is no need for change. You are asleep now, deeply, peacefully, completely. Your breathing is so slow it is almost invisible, almost inaudible, almost nothing, but it continues. In, out, in, out. Each breath the same as the last. Each breath the same as the next. The academy sleeps with you. The corridors rest. The classrooms dream. The towers stand silent against the night sky. Outside, the world continues. But you are not part of it. Not now. Not here. You are inside. You are safe. You are asleep. The fire will burn through the night. The clock will tick until morning. The room will hold you until you wake. But morning is far away. So far away it does not exist. There is only the night, only the warmth, only the quiet, only the fire, only the clock, only the room, only you, resting, sleeping, dreaming. The night wraps around the academy like a blanket, thick, heavy, soft. It presses gently against the windows. It settles over the rooftops. It fills the corridors with shadow. But inside the living room there is light, faint, golden, warm. The fire glows, and you sleep. The academy dreams around you, of old spells, of ancient books, of students long gone and students yet to come, of mornings and evenings and nights without end. And you dream with it, of warmth, of softness, of peace, of nothing at all. The fire shifts, the clock ticks, the room breathes, and the night continues, forever, gently, warm. The fire has settled into its truest form now. Not flames anymore, not in the way you might picture flames, leaping and dancing. What remains is something older, something closer to the heart of heat itself. The embers glow deep red, almost burgundy in their centers. They pulse so slowly you could watch for minutes before noticing the rhythm, like a heartbeat that takes its time, like breath held and released over the course of ages. The heat that rises from them is different now, too. It doesn't push outward aggressively. It doesn't fill the room with sudden warmth. Instead, it radiates, gentle and constant, the way stones warmed by the sun continue to give heat long after darkness falls. It's the kind of warmth that seeps into you, not all at once, but gradually, imperceptibly, until you realize you've been warm for so long you can't remember what cold felt like. The living room has taken on an even deeper quality of stillness. If before it was quiet, now it is silent in a way that feels almost sacred, as if the room itself is holding its breath, not in anticipation, but in reverence for the rest that's taking place within it. The shadows along the walls have softened further. They no longer seem separate from the walls themselves. They've merged into the stone, into the wood, into the very substance of the room. Darkness and surface have become one thing, a unified presence that holds you without edges, without borders. You can feel the academy around you now in a different way. Not as a building with halls and rooms and towers, but as a living presence. Something vast and ancient that breathes its own slow breath, that holds its own deep warmth, that shelters all who rest within it with a kind of patient, eternal care. The walls of the living room are part of that larger body. The floor beneath you is part of that foundation. The ceiling above you is part of that protective span. And you, lying here, resting here, dissolving here into warmth and peace, you are part of it too. The blanket over you has taken on your body's heat. It no longer feels like a separate object draped across you. It feels like an extension of your own warmth, wrapped back around you, a circuit of comfort that generates itself endlessly, your heat warming the wool holding that heat, the heat returning to you, continuous, infinite. The pillow beneath your head has molded so completely to your shape that it feels like it was always meant to be exactly this form, as if it spent years waiting for the precise curve of your neck, the exact weight of your skull, just so it could fulfill its purpose. And now it has. And now it holds you perfectly. Your breathing has become so subtle that if someone were to enter the room, though no one will, they might not even notice you were there. Just another shadow. Just another element of the room's composition. In, out. The rhythm so slow, so gentle, that it matches the pulse of the embers in the hearth. Both burning, both glowing, both sustaining themselves with the barest whisper of movement. The air in the room is thick now with accumulated warmth. Not stuffy or stifling, never that, but dense in the way that comfort can be dense. Heavy in the way that safety can be heavy. It presses softly against your skin from all sides. It fills your lungs with each slow breath. It surrounds you so completely that you've forgotten there was ever anything else. Somewhere in the academy, far away in some other wing, some other floor, a door closes. The sound reaches you as the faintest whisper, not loud enough to startle, not sharp enough to pull you back toward wakefulness, just a reminder that the world continues in its gentle way, that others too are finding their rest, that doors are being closed, lights are being dimmed, fires are being banked for the night, and that you are part of this universal movement toward peace. The shelves along the walls hold their objects in perfect stillness. The books lean against each other without shifting. The carved figures rest without moving. The brass candle holder gleams dully in the ember light, unchanged, unchanging. Everything has found its place. Everything has settled into its proper relationship with everything else. And that settling creates a kind of harmony, silent, invisible, but deeply felt. The wooden beams overhead have stopped their occasional creaking. They've adjusted fully now to the night's temperature. They simply hold, solid, steady, unmoving, the way they've held for centuries, the way they'll hold for centuries more. There's something profoundly comforting in that. The knowledge that this room has existed long before you arrived, that it will exist long after you leave, that it provides this same shelter, this same warmth, this same deep rest to anyone who needs it, night after night, year after year, without fail. You are not the first to rest here. You won't be the last. But right now, in this moment, it holds you as if you were the only one who mattered, as if its entire purpose was simply this, to provide you with exactly what you need. The rug beneath the sofa where you rest has compressed fully under your weight. The wool fibers have arranged themselves around you, creating a perfectly U-shaped impression. When you eventually rise, though that time is nowhere near and doesn't need to be thought about, the impression will remain for a while. A temporary mark of your presence, a ghost of your rest. But for now, you're still here, still sinking, still settling deeper into the endless comfort the room provides. The fire's warmth has found every corner now. There are no cold spots, no places where the heat hasn't reached. The entire room exists at exactly the same temperature. Perfectly warm, perfectly still, perfectly held. It's the temperature of safety, the temperature of home. Your heartbeat has slowed to its lowest rhythm, each pulse quiet and deep, each beat separated from the next by what feels like endless space. Thump. Silence. Thump. Silence. On and on, steady and sure, the ancient rhythm that keeps you alive without you having to think about it, without you having to do anything at all. The living room is teaching you something now, not with words, not with intention, just by being what it is. It's teaching you that rest is not weakness, that stillness is not emptiness, that doing nothing is sometimes the most important thing you can do. It's teaching you that you don't have to earn this. You don't have to be productive or useful or accomplished to deserve warmth and comfort and peace. You deserve it simply because you exist, simply because you're here. The room asks nothing of you, not your thoughts, not your energy, not your attention. It simply gives. And in that giving, it shows you what unconditional shelter feels like. The darkness beyond the windows is absolute now. Not frightening, not threatening, just complete. A darkness so total that it feels like a presence of its own. A vast, gentle presence that wraps around the academy and holds it safe within itself. And inside that darkness, inside the academy, inside this living room, light, warmth, peace, the smallest point of brightness in an infinite dark, but bright enough, warm enough, enough. The word echoes somewhere deep in your awareness. Enough. You are enough. This is enough. Everything is enough. And with that knowledge settling into you like the warmth from the fire, like the softness of the cushions, like the weight of the blanket, you let go even further, further than you knew you could, into a depth of rest you didn't know existed, into a peace so complete it feels like coming home to a place you've never been but have always known. The living room holds you there, in that depth, in that peace. And the night continues its patient work, softening everything, dissolving everything, until there's nothing left but warmth and darkness, and the steady, eternal pulse of rest. Time has lost all meaning now. You couldn't say how long you've been here, minutes or hours or days. The question doesn't even form properly in your mind. It dissolves before it can take shape, melting into the same warm darkness that holds everything else. The living room exists outside of time. Or perhaps it exists in a different kind of time, the kind that doesn't move forward in a line but spirals inward, deeper and deeper, folding back on itself in layers of accumulated peace. Each moment here doesn't replace the last. It adds to it, building depth instead of distance, creating not a progression but a deepening, like sediment settling at the bottom of a still lake, layer upon layer, until the foundation becomes so thick, so solid, that nothing can disturb it. The fire in the hearth has become pure essence now. The embers have burned down to their smallest form, just a handful of glowing coals nestled in a bed of ash. But they haven't dimmed. If anything, they glow more intensely, more purely than they did when the flames were high. Deep crimson at their hearts, orange at their edges, with the faintest hint of gold where they touch the ash. They look almost liquid, molten, flowing, though they never move. The heat they give is concentrated now, distilled, like the difference between sunlight and the warmth of a stone that has held sunlight all day. It's heat that has been transformed into something deeper than temperature. It's comfort itself, made physical. The room around you feels even more enclosed than before. Not smaller, never confining, but more intimate, more personal. As if the walls have drawn slightly closer, not to trap you, but to embrace you more fully. As if the ceiling has lowered just enough to hold you more tenderly. The space has contracted around you like a cocoon, and you are the stillness at its center. Your body has forgotten its boundaries entirely now. You can't feel where your hand ends and the cushion begins. Can't distinguish between the warmth of your own skin and the warmth of the blanket. You've merged with the room, become part of its fabric, one more thread in its tapestry of comfort. The darkness in the room is no longer just absence of light. It's a presence of its own, thick and soft, like velvet, like moss, like something you could reach out and touch if you had the will to move. It drapes over everything. It fills every space between objects. It holds the furniture and the shelves and the fire and you in its gentle, unshakable grasp. And within that darkness, the ember light from the hearth creates the smallest island of visibility. Just a soft glow that barely reaches beyond the immediate surroundings of the fireplace. The rest of the room has receded into shadow. The shelves are barely visible now, just vague suggestions of shape. The windows are completely dark, the curtains blending into the walls. The door, wherever it is, has disappeared entirely. There's no way in, no way out. Just this eternal moment, this perfect now, this space that exists for rest and nothing else. Your breathing is almost imperceptible. If you were aware enough to count the breaths, you might find only 3 or 4 in a minute. Each one so slow, so shallow, so effortless that it barely qualifies as breathing at all. More like the room is breathing for you. Inhaling peace, exhaling tension, sustaining you without your participation. Somewhere deep in your mind, so it's barely conscious, memories begin to surface. Not sharp memories, not specific ones, just impressions of comfort from other times, other places. The feeling of being held as a child, perhaps. Or the sensation of waking up on a weekend morning with nowhere to be. Or the moment after finishing something difficult, when relief washes over you like warm water. These aren't memories you're actively remembering. They're just present, floating in the warm dark of your awareness like stars reflected in still water. There, but not demanding attention. Familiar, but not insistent. The living room seems to collect these feelings, to gather them from wherever they've been stored in your mind and bring them here, into this moment, so they can add their weight to the present comfort. It's as if every peaceful moment you've ever experienced has been leading to this one. As if they were all practice for this ultimate rest, this complete release. The academy around you feels even more distant now. Not gone, never gone, but softened into abstraction. You can still sense it, the vastness of it, the age of it, the protective strength of its walls. But it's more like a feeling than a fact. A sense of being held within something much larger than yourself. Something that has held countless others before you and will hold countless more after. Something eternal and patient and kind. The living room is the heart of that protection. The innermost chamber. The safest place in a safe place. And you are at the center of it. The rug beneath you has become indistinguishable from the floor. The sofa beneath you has become indistinguishable from the earth. Everything solid has merged into one continuous foundation, unmoving, unshakable, eternal. You are resting on something that cannot fail, something that will never give way. The blanket over you has taken on an impossible weight, not heavy in a burdensome way. Never that, but substantial, real, as if it's woven not from wool, but from the darkness itself, from the night, from the accumulated rest of everyone who has ever slept peacefully. It pins you gently to the surface beneath you, anchors you against any possibility of floating away, keeps you here, in this moment, in this body, in this perfect peace. Your face has softened completely. Every muscle in your jaw, your forehead, around your eyes, all of it has released. If you could see yourself, you might not recognize your own expression. It's the face you had before you learned to hold tension. The face you had before you knew there was anything to worry about. Open, innocent, perfectly at rest. The fire breathes its slow breath. The room holds its patient shape. The darkness wraps everything in its velvet grasp. And you exist in a state beyond sleep, beyond waking, beyond any category of consciousness you've known before. You exist purely as rest itself, as peace given form. has the answer to every tired moment, every anxious night, every time you've longed for somewhere safe to finally stop. This is that place, and you are here, and nothing can disturb you now. The living room has made you a promise without words. It has shown you, through the simple fact of its existence, that this is always possible. That no matter how far you wander, no matter how tired you become, no matter how lost or afraid or uncertain, this is here, waiting, ready to receive you, ready to hold you, ready to give you exactly this: warmth without end, darkness without fear, rest without condition. And that promise settles into you now, deeper than breath, deeper than bone. It becomes part of you, something you'll carry even when you leave this room, though leaving is impossible to imagine now and doesn't need to be imagined. For now, there's only this perfect, endless, beautiful now. And it's enough. More than enough. It's everything. The living room has become the entire world. Nothing exists beyond its walls. Nothing matters except what's here. The warmth, the darkness, the absolute stillness that holds you suspended in this eternal moment. The fire in the hearth is almost invisible now. The embers have burned so low they're barely glowing. Just the faintest red pulse deep in the ash, like a heartbeat seen through closed eyelids. But the warmth hasn't diminished. If anything, it's grown stronger, or perhaps you've simply grown more sensitive to it. It's no longer something that surrounds you. It's something you're made of. Every cell in your body holds heat. Every breath you draw is warm. Every thought, if thoughts can still be said to exist, is suffused with golden, gentle warmth. You've become the fire, or the fire has become you. There's no distinction anymore. The sofa beneath you has dissolved entirely. You're not resting on something separate from yourself. You've merged with it completely, become part of its structure, part of its purpose. If someone were to look at the sofa right now, though no one will and no one could, they might see only cushions and fabric. But you know better. You know that you're woven into it now, that your rest has become part of what the sofa is, part of what it offers to whoever comes next. You're leaving something behind here, not intentionally, not consciously, but simply by being here, by resting this deeply, by surrendering this completely. You're adding to the room's capacity for peace, making it more itself, making it better at what it does. The darkness in the room is absolute now. Even the ember glow has faded to almost nothing. Just the barest suggestion of light, so faint you can't be sure whether you're seeing it or remembering it. But you're not afraid. Darkness has never felt like this before. It's not empty or cold or threatening. It's full of presence, full of warmth, full of the kind of safety that doesn't need to announce itself. The darkness is holding you the way a parent holds a sleeping child. Carefully, tenderly, with absolute attention and absolute gentleness. You could stay here forever, not as a wish or a hope, but as a simple fact. Time has stopped entirely. There's no future moment approaching, no past moment receding. Just this endless, spacious, infinitely deep now. Your heartbeat is so slow, so quiet, that you can't feel it anymore. But you know it's there, somewhere deep in your chest, some ancient rhythm still pulsing, still sustaining you without your knowledge or participation. It beats in the same rhythm as the academy itself. the same rhythm as the earth beneath the academy, the same rhythm as the stars turning slowly overhead in the night sky beyond the windows. You're connected to everything now. Part of a vast, invisible web of existence that moves together, breathes together, rests together. The living room is just one point in that web, but it's your point, the place where you're anchored, the place where you belong. The silence is so complete it's almost audible, like a sound so low it falls below the threshold of hearing but can still be felt. A deep hum, a fundamental tone that underlies everything. It's the sound of existence itself, the sound of being. And you're part of that sound now, one note in an infinite chord that's been playing since before the beginning and will continue long after the end. The blanket over you has become weightless and infinitely heavy at the same time. You can't feel it as a separate object anymore, but you can feel its presence, the way it defines the space around you, the way it marks the boundary between you and the room. Except there is no boundary. Not really. You've dissolved into the room so completely that the blanket is just another part of you, another layer of your being, warm, soft, protective. The pillow beneath your head has disappeared entirely. Your head is simply held. By what, you couldn't say. By the room itself, perhaps. By the darkness. By the accumulated softness of every peaceful moment that's ever occurred here. Your body has forgotten how to be tense. It's forgotten that tension is even possible. Every muscle exists in a state of perfect release. Every joint hangs loose. Every bone rests in exactly the position it was meant to rest in. You are the most relaxed version of yourself that has ever existed. The most at peace, the most complete. Somewhere, impossibly far away in a life you can barely remember, there were things you needed to do, places you needed to be, people you needed to talk to, problems you needed to solve. But those things don't exist anymore. They never existed. They were just dreams, anxious dreams you had once, in some other lifetime, before you found your way here. Here, there is only rest, only peace, only the gentle, endless holding of this moment. The academy around you has become a feeling rather than a place. You can't picture its halls or towers anymore. Can't remember what the corridors look like or where the stairs lead. It's just presence. Vast and protective and absolutely reliable. A sense of being held within something so much larger than yourself that you could never reach its edges, never find its limits. It goes on forever, and you are safe inside it, forever. The living room is breathing now, not metaphorically, actually breathing. You can feel it. The slow expansion and contraction of the space around you, the walls moving infinitesimally inward and outward, the ceiling rising and falling by fractions of inches. In, out, the same rhythm as your own breath. Or perhaps your breath has matched the room's rhythm. Perhaps you've been breathing together all along and are only now noticing it. Either way, it doesn't matter. What matters is the synchronization, the perfect alignment of your existence with the existence of this place. Two things breathing as one. Two things resting as one. The darkness pulses gently, not with light, but with presence, growing slightly more intense, then slightly less, then more again. A rhythm so slow you could watch for hours before completing a single cycle. Time moving not forward, but inward. spiraling deeper and deeper into the center of this moment, and you're spiraling with it, following it down into depths you didn't know existed. Depths where rest becomes something more than rest, where peace becomes something more than peace, where simply being becomes the most profound thing possible. Your awareness is almost gone now. Just the faintest spark remaining, a tiny point of knowing, floating in an infinite sea of not knowing. But even that spark is peaceful. Even that last trace of consciousness is utterly at rest. Soon, though soon is a word that no longer means anything, even that will fade, and there will be only darkness, only warmth, only the absolute perfect silence of complete surrender. But not yet. For now, that tiny spark remains, just barely, just enough, witnessing the peace. Knowing dimly that this is real, that this is happening, that you are here in this moment, in this place, experiencing something that most people never find. The deepest rest, the truest peace, the ultimate home. And the living room continues its patient work, holding you, warming you, loving you in the way that only a place can love, unconditionally, eternally, without question or judgment or demand, just pure, simple presence, pure, simple care, and you receive it, not actively, not intentionally. You simply allow it. Allow yourself to be held. Allow yourself to be warmed. Allow yourself to be loved. And in that allowing, in that complete, total surrender, you find what you've been looking for all along. Not happiness exactly, not joy, but something deeper than both. Something that doesn't need a name because it exists before names, beneath names, beyond names. The fundamental ground of peace, the bedrock of being. Home. There is no beginning anymore, no end, just the infinite middle. This vast, warm, dark space where time doesn't move and nothing changes and everything is exactly as it should be. The living room exists. You exist within it. That's all. That's everything. The fire has burned down to nothing, or to everything, depending on how you look at it. The embers are gone. The ash is cold. The hearth is dark, but the warmth remains. Impossible, inexplicable warmth. Coming from nowhere. Coming from everywhere. Coming from the room itself, perhaps. Or from the darkness. Or from the deep, accumulated rest of everyone who has ever slept here. It doesn't matter where it comes from. It's here. It will always be here. The walls of the living room have disappeared into shadow. You can't see them anymore. Can't quite remember what they looked like. But you can feel them. Distant and solid, holding the boundaries of this space, keeping everything safe within. They'll never fall, never fail, never stop protecting what rests inside them. The ceiling, too, has vanished into the dark above. But it's there. You know it's there the way you know your own heartbeat is there. Deep, fundamental knowledge that doesn't require proof. It holds. It will always hold. The floor beneath you is the only solid thing left in the universe. Everything else has dissolved into warmth and darkness and peace. But the floor remains, steady, unmoving, real, the foundation of all rest, the ground of all being. You're lying on it, or in it, or part of it, and it will never let you fall. Your body is barely a body anymore. It's more like a memory of a body, a soft impression in the darkness, a warm space where something used to be solid, but has now become fluid, diffuse, part of the room's atmosphere. You can't feel your fingers, can't feel your toes, can't feel the boundary of your skin. You've expanded outward, dissolved into the space around you, become indistinguishable from the warm, dark air, and it's the most natural thing in the world. This is what you were always meant to become. Not a separate self, struggling against the world, but part of it, woven into it, held within it so completely that there's no separation anymore. Your breathing has stopped, or seems to have stopped. You can't feel the rise and fall of your chest anymore. Can't feel air moving in or out. But you're not suffocating. You don't need breath the way you used to. The room is breathing for you now, sustaining you through some other means, some deep, mysterious exchange that happens below the level of consciousness. You're being kept alive not by your own effort, but by the room's generosity, by its endless, patient care. Your thoughts, the last whisper of them, have finally gone silent. There's no voice in your head anymore. No narration, no commentary, no stream of words trying to make sense of this. Just awareness. Pure, wordless awareness. Knowing without thinking, being without analyzing. The academy around you has become a dream, or perhaps you've become a dream within the academy. The distinction has blurred beyond recognition. All you know is that you're held, impossibly, infinitely held, by something vast and ancient and good. Something that will never let you go, never abandon you, never stop providing exactly this: safety, warmth, peace. The living room is no longer a room. It's a state of being, a condition of existence. You're not in the living room anymore. You are the living room. You are the warmth and the darkness and the stillness. You are the soft glow that's almost gone and the deep silence that remains. You are rest itself, made manifest, given form. The night outside continues, or has ended, or never existed. Time means nothing now. Past and future have collapsed into this single, eternal present. This moment that has always been happening and will always be happening. This, now that stretches backward into infinity and forward into infinity, and contains everything that ever was or ever will be. And you are in the center of it. Still, silent, safe. The fire is gone, but you don't miss it. The light is gone, but you don't need it. The boundaries are gone, but you don't feel lost. Everything that needed to be here is here. Everything that needed to happen has happened. You came to this room tired, so tired. Carrying weight you didn't know how to put down, holding tension you didn't know how to release. And the room took all of it, gently, gradually, without you even noticing. It peeled away every layer of resistance, dissolved every bit of hardness, until all that remained was this: pure, soft, infinite rest. And now there's nothing left to do, nothing left to become, nowhere left to go. You've arrived, not at a destination exactly, but at a state of being that doesn't require destinations, a place beyond seeking, beyond striving, beyond any kind of effort. You're simply here, and here is enough, more than enough. Here is everything. The living room continues its existence around you, or within you, or as you. The walls hold their invisible positions. The floor supports its infinite weight. The darkness wraps everything in its velvet embrace. And at the center of it all, you, resting, completely, perfectly, eternally. The academy sleeps. The world sleeps. The stars in their courses sleep. Everything that exists has found its rest, and you are part of that universal peace. One note in the infinite chord of silence, one breath in the eternal stillness, one heart beating so slowly, so quietly, that it's barely beating at all, but beating nonetheless. Still here, still held, still safe. The living room has kept its promise. It has given you everything you needed, everything you came here for, everything you've been searching for all your life without knowing what you were searching for. It has given you rest, true rest, the kind that heals and restores and makes you whole again. And now there's nothing left but to stay here, to remain in this perfect peace, to let the darkness hold you and the warmth surround you and the silence fill you, to be simply at rest, forever. The night continues, the living room continues, and you continue too, not moving, not changing, just being, just resting, just home, at last, at last, at last.